So, last episode we finished off the Flower Cup time trials, and in this episode we will do Star Cup time trials. Um, just a little forewarning. It has been a while since I've recorded. Um, Only because I've been playing a hell of a lot of Pokemon Legends Arceus. Um, so if I'm rusty, you know why. In fact, I don't know like how many hours I've put into Legends Arceus since the last recording. Since I think it came out before then, like slightly before then, maybe. Okay. I need to remember what item, or what button uses items. I think it's L, maybe. But yeah, and like that just kind of feels a lot weirder since, well, I've started to shiny hunt for a shiny Cyndaquil, and well, because of the way you need to do that, I'm not exactly doing much, so time doesn't exactly feel like it's passing. Like, the amount of time I put into, or the game says I put into it, doesn't feel like the amount of time I put into it, because a lot of that time is just me waiting for the space-time distortions to begin, and oh boy, do some of them just take a while. I'm really hoping that if the game gets a patch, that the way they activate does get a major rework, as they can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 40 minutes, and some weather patterns can delay them, and instead of going to the next immediate time, they just go, hey, we're just gonna restart the timer. So yeah, it's been fun. Before I go on to editing LTs to get the better run, I'll say that I'm currently 9 phases deep. So yeah. Anyway, here's future LTs, and here's how we did the run better. So Sunshine Airport, wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Like, the worst part about it is that there are a few tight turns and a few walls that are easy to bump into to lose some speed, so just basically avoiding that and not really worrying about much else. But yeah, this was a good one to start with. Like, it wasn't a complete cakewalk, but it wasn't so hard that it took like half an hour. Although I do kind of want to say that probably could have done a little bit better, maybe. Something I will like to mention now, that jump off the conveyor belt leading up to the finish line, if you use a mushroom there, it is really easy to just bump straight into the wall. I say that as I did that once. Also, this shortcut here, it is fairly easy to just drive straight into the water. But yeah, as I said before, this wasn't so bad. Apart from losing some speed from like one thing or another and like tight turns, it's like not too much to worry about. Also, yeah, I did mess up there because I drifted too long and held it there. But yeah, just file this away into the one. It's like, yeah, this wasn't so bad, and there's not much to say because of that. Kind of wish there was a little bit more to say about this, but yeah, it was fine. Although I might need to check the Wii U version to see if they did change up this a little bit, because like I feel like it was a little harder in the Wii U version, because I think at least the Ghost Starter would go through that grass and kind of use the conveyor belt as well. But you know, it's just something I need to say. Yeah, that was that, and back to in the moment ulties, I suppose. So here is the stamp for beating the Staff Ghost for Sunshine Airport. And here is our favourite course, Dolphin Shoals. And of course, this one has a good time, I think. Maybe. But you're getting back onto the point of a shiny Cynical. I'm thinking that I'll go 20 phases deep, and then once I've done that, I will shelf the hunt, because I kinda don't want to just be doing that. I wanted to be doing other things. And like, since I am hunting for the Pokemon I used on my team throughout the main game, I'm thinking that I'll go on to hunt Gliscor, or maybe even a Pokemon I'm considering to have extra. Like, even though I probably like to have that Pokemon be lost. Like, that one being the 6th Pokemon I find. But it doesn't really faze me. But yeah, the way they set that up, they kind of knew that those were going to be painful. They had to know, I think. But I guess, to be fair, the other ways, and even just random encounters, are much easier to do. So I guess, yeah, that is kind of the downside to that. Also, I don't think I was able to mention this in the last recording session, as I think it was either the day of, or I had the recording session before the announcement, but this game is getting DLC, and this probably isn't the best place to put this, but I do have it in the description of the playlist for this series. But this game is getting DLC, and I'm planning on covering that DLC, and I'll put that thought on hold, because here is editing Ortiz showing us how to do this better. So, Dolphin Charles, I was expecting this to be a little harder, but I believe that this was a first attempt. Yeah, I don't remember if I fell off because I haven't edited this episode yet. But basically, what I did was just to follow along with the Ghost Starter, and in fact, at this point in time, I was still learning the course, which is why this isn't as good as it could be. In fact, I think there's a point later on where it's like, if I wasn't still learning the course, I probably would have reset over this. And I'm just glad I didn't, because this was the run. So yeah, not really too much to say about this, but I will say to be kind of careful on these air currents, as for some reason you won't get enough height off them, and you will kind of just end up bumping into something. So yeah, and I guess good thing that we have mushrooms, because this corner isn't a problem anymore, because that's why you use the mushrooms essentially. But yeah, apart from the air currents and the gap of the corner we don't have to worry about, there's not really too much to say. I feel like this would be another Mario Kart Stadium. As in, it's a course you kind of need to make minor adjustments to the Ghost Starter's track. Also, doing trick off the eel's fin, I believe it is, would definitely help you out here. I have no idea how this happened, but like I made up a lot of distance on that corner there. Maybe I got a better drift than the Ghost Starter, maybe. But yeah, with that done, again, back to In the Moment Ortiz. Okay, so here is the stamp you get for beating Dolphin Shoals in the Wii U version. Oh, yeah, that tracks. And that's to begin Dolphin Shoals. Okay. It seems like a decent time. But yeah, getting back on topic. About this game getting DLC. I am going to cover the DLC, but not yet as in-depth as I am for the base game. Basically, what I've decided on doing is I will do... Yeah, I'll still cover each cup, or each new cup, in 150 and 200cc. But that's it. I won't go on to do the time trials for those courses. Even if they do get Ghost Starter. Yeah. But that being said, the way I'll do that is a little bit different as well. The DLC is in waves and not just one giant pack. What I'll do is each episode covering the DLC will be both the 150 and 200cc version of the cup. So I think I forget the first one, but the first episode covering the DLC will be both 150 and 200cc cups. Of the version of that. Okay. How am I still in first? That is a question. How am I still beating it? That is the question. And of course, instead of waiting until all waves release, I will do them when they release. That is also sort of the reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. If it was all just one big release, or just if I waited until they all released, I would probably cover it the way I did with these. But I'm thinking that doing it the way I'm doing it will probably make it slightly easier. Definitely easy to handle, I think. Um, but yeah, here is the stamp you get for beating the Ghost Starter for Electrodrome. Don't forget the R. In the Wii version. And, let's go into Mount Wario. Why aren't you a Wario, my good sir? That is interesting. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to what they're going to do with the city tracks from Tour, because if you don't know, there's not just one version of a city track in Tour. Each time a Tour in Tour is based around a city track, it usually has a different variant. So the first time is typically number 1, the second time is usually 2, and so on and so forth until they reach, I think, 4? I think 4 is the limit. Could be wrong. And they each have a different path through the area. And people have seen, or people have noticed that in the trailer for the DLC that the path they showed in Tokyo Blur doesn't match up with any doesn't really match up with any of the current paths. So sort of like, what are they doing? They could potentially have it be alternating, or they do a thing where they include each path in the track as a thing. Sort of like the 4th variant of the track as I think Tokyo Blur 4 and New York Minute 4, like what their main thing is that they go over the different variation, or like it's kind of more like a tour throughout the entire area, sort of. Okay, that was a little close, and I thought it could have been closer. But yeah, because I probably won't be able to say it, here is the Miiverse stamp for beating the Ghost Starter in Mount Mario. Okay. Also, onward to future LTs, who will sign you off after doing the thing. Mount Wario, another first try in means of this attempt session. There's not really too much to say. I get the feeling that if I didn't bump into that tree in the first attempt, I would have done this without needing, or I would have done that on that attempt. But yeah, not really too much to say, although I feel like if I didn't get this now, this one could have been a problem. For instance, there was a shortcut there which I was thinking about taking, but I noticed the coins on the longer path, so it's like, I should probably prioritize coins now and then later on get mushrooms, or go the faster way, essentially. I think I want to say near that corner, I want to say. But yeah, again, just wasn't so bad. Although, like I said beforehand, I feel like if this went on a little bit longer, I probably would have started to find a few problems, maybe. Like here, bumping into trees probably be an issue, but again, apart from that, just kind of file this under, I got lucky, I suppose. Although I guess these corners there, they could also be a little hard. Also, I didn't really know what to do with the mushrooms, so coming up here, I just used it because, like, this course doesn't really have a few good places to use mushrooms. Like, this part and the part on the second lap are really the only places you can use a mushroom, I think. But yeah, next episode we will go do the special cup time trials. But until then, that has been, I'll see you.